Therapy back in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I got my two boys here looking over 5 knives, and I'm not going to say the name of them because they're going to come up with a name up for them. They have no idea what any of these are called. They've been looking over them, and we're going to see what they come up with for names, and then I'll reveal what the actual name of these knives are. One of my viewers gave me this idea. Thought it'd be an interesting video. Sounded cool, and I'm interested to see as well. I should have turned the video on a little while ago because they were talking about each knife, about what they thought about each one and what they thought was cool about each one. Like, what'd you say about this one? I gotta make sure I don't say the knife.
Is that the one you said looked like the dolphin?
Oh,
or
yeah.
reminded you of the dolphin?
Yeah.
The colorway kind of?
Well, just like, I don't know a whole lot about knives, but I like this back, where they've got like where you can put your thumb.
Yeah, the little thumb rest.
Yeah, like this one.
Yeah, this one has a good one, where it's like a no slip kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give you all the company names. That's the Spyderco you got in your hand.
Yeah.
This is a concept knife, Chinese company.
This is
That's a Wii.
Yeah, that's
And that's a front flipper. He said he didn't like that. I'm not a big front flipper fan.
Once I got used to it, it's a little bit better. Kind of reminds me of like an old paring knife, the way you grip it, like this kind of.
And the oldest said, "Oh, this one's made in Idaho," because he lives in Idaho. He lives in Quarter Lane.
That's the first thing.
Just give him the address. Why don't you?
Well, I'm not gonna give him the address. It's not like they could pinpoint his just because everybody knows I live in Louisiana. So
see about me.
yeah, get him. So he was like, I wonder where. I was like, they're definitely not close enough because we go visit a lot. And don't worry, the first visit, I was already Google Maps and where the factory was. And that's a Chris Reeve. That's a Savivi. That's a Chinese company. That's the budget end of this company.
Is this Chinese as well?
Yeah, that's They're one of the top. I would say the top out of the top 3 Chinese overseas produced knives. Okay. Riot, and I don't know. I think.
And I recognize this one because the other ones you have that
Have that hole. The hole.
They have the spider.
Yeah, that's the Spyderco.
That's probably like one of the most known, like low knives, I feel like.
So,
all right, should we go one knife at a time?
That's fine. Y'all can each give a name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
That way you don't just jump around.
Yeah, because we don't want to put them all aside.
I'm gonna do this one last. I
put it over there.
Okay.
We're starting here.
All right, we'll start with this silver knife made by Concept. And who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Todd's gonna go first.
So the first thing I thought of was RoboCop.
Okay.
That's probably not its name.
So this is the Concept RoboCop. I like it a lot.
This is the Terminator 2.
Watch, the next knife one of these companies makes you hit the RoboCop.
I want my royalties.
Okay, what do you have for the RoboCop?
So, I mean, this is just an out there idea with the accents, and it sounds like a cool name for Blue Steel.
Blue Steel.
Blue Steel would be a nice name for a knife with the blue accents. And
yeah.
All right, we got the RoboCop and the Blue Steel for this Concept. Let's see, what about this Chris Reeve knife?
Crocodile Dundee with the leather, like the little.
That stuff on it is.
It looks like.
It kind of resembles some leather, but that's called micarta. It's it's a scale material made out of a phenolic resin and canvas.
I mean, it just looks like fake.
It reminds me of like snakeskin patterns or alligator patterns.
That's why I say Crocodile Dundee is because that's like the first thing.
Like in Louisiana or something.
It's funny because that's it's called crosscut. The grains facing up when they cut it.
Okay.
So that's why you see those little wavy lines in it like that. Because that's the same material on that knife.
Yeah, but it just doesn't look.
That knife too.
But they look totally different.
It's bothering me that the clips are down.
All right, so we got the RoboCop and the Blue Steel.
I'm gonna stick with Crocodile Dundee just because it's funny and it's stupid.
Okay, so
the
Chris Reeve Crocodile Dundee. I like that one.
I was just gonna call it the alligator snake skin or something like that. That's the only thing I could think of. This
Steve
just-
Irwin.
They're going with the texture on the micarta.
Yeah, for some reason that just reminded me of like a alligator skin or snake skin pattern that you see on belts or boots
So call it
in
the
Louisiana. Snake skin, something
you
like
see it all
that.
so call it the snake skin.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So that's the Chris Reeve snake skin and the Chris Reeve Crocodile Dundee.
Chris Reeve, let us know what you think. Get back with
Y'all
us.
let us know down below what name was y'all favorite,
Yeah.
and which one made y'all chuckle the most.
Wow, I didn't really get a good look at this one. I feel
Chris
like.
Reeve.
Remember that
shout
one
us
does
out.
not have
That
a
one's
lock,
not the lock,
so be
yeah.
careful. And that one's very thin, like cutting
Yeah.
edge, so it's super sharp.
You go first on this one. I got the last one.
This is a micarta knife, non-locking. I keep one like I'm so used
You
to
wanna
saying
say
the name,
Yeah.
but it's Civivi. That's all I'm gonna tell
For
you.
some
That's-
reason to me, this just has like a classic look.
Yeah, it,
feel to
it definitely has
For
the
some
classic,
reason.
like a traditional
Maybe
style.
like, is it part of the shape? Maybe.
Well, that blade shape is like a slip joint traditional like pattern, and the
Yeah.
handle.
So I was just gonna call it the classic.
The classic.
The classic.
Got-
The maker. What's the maker?
Hey, that
called?
works. Civivi. We got the,
The
Civivi
Civivi
classic.
I don't
Alright.
hate the classic, and I can't go with the classic as much as I want to, so I'll just call it the Bernard. How about that?
I like that.
You like that?
We got
Yeah.
the Civivi Bernard. I like that.
That's a good knife.
Yeah, that's a good knife name.
Actually.
Keep them low so I can keep it. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
wanna-
sorry.
Jules,
Oh,
cover her
I
hair.
forgot Joe was in the background. Oh, as far as the Spyderco goes, oh god, I hate backlocks so much. I don't know what it is about it.
Some people think they're super dangerous because you can close it on your finger if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's just sketchy to me.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it was. I mean, it used to be way more popular, but now they got so many different lock types. It's pitiful.
Yeah.
You know, with the Benchmade axis lock, the frame lock, the liner lock, ball lock. They got locked it for days. Probably ought to do a video on that one day. Okay, what you think about this one?
I like it. It's very I don't know. Like the hole just looks like an eye of an animal. It looks like the beak looks like a bird almost. You see what I'm saying in it?
It could be an animal. I say
see
it could be
that.
anything you want.
Honestly,
see
you
in it?
could go with just the shape and the eye. Vulture, maybe.
The vulture.
Maybe a little bit,
I like
just because
that.
the blade shape. I'm not even looking at this, like the handle.
Spyderco
or anything.
Vulture, I like that.
I mean, not a bad one.
That's a
That
pretty
could
cool
be a
name.
cool name for
Yeah,
that
that's a
knife,
cool
really.
name. I will say, I'm telling, they're definitely gonna steal that one. Spyderco Vulture.
Yeah.
That's if it hadn't been used before. Some companies don't care.
I'm sure they have trouble finding names that haven't.
Oh,
been
very,
used.
very. I named some knives for a company, and they have a thing. I don't know if they put it in like this database or whatever, or they might Google search it, you know, and see if anything else pops up with that name.
Right.
But you don't know how hard, especially to get one that's good and catchy, because you want people to remember the name of the knife, you know.
Yeah, and something that makes sense, like
Yeah.
with the look and the feel.
Some people are like, "That's the stupidest name ever," but you'll remember that name, so that makes you want to look for that knife, you know. So,
The Vulture, I'm telling you.
yep, the
They're gonna-
vulture.
They're going to be hitting you up for.
There will be a vulture come 2021. Watch.
Probably.
If there's not a vulture already, it's coming.
You know, for some reason, it reminds me of Stubbs. What movie is that from? The
Stubbs.
black guy named
Oh
Stubbs.
yeah, is that
Is it an Adam Sandler movie?
No,
Where he's the golfer.
yeah. Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, the old
Yeah,
guy's
when
name
he gets
is
his arms
It's
bit
Chubbs,
off.
I think.
Chubbs.
It's Chubbs.
Chubbs. So that's what that is. The
Yep.
Spyderco Chubbs.
This is Spyderco Chubbs, boys.
Chubbs. We got the Chubbs.
Let's see. You got the last one first, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, and they wanted to say this one for last because I thought this one looked the best, and I'm
This is
I'm
his favorite.
So I don't know what it is. I really like the black on gold and like this. Is it like an army green almost? I mean, I'm
It's
colorblind, so
a
I couldn't-
bronze.
It's a bronze. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that colorway. I do.
But
And
you
I,
said medieval, and I think
and maybe, but
seems
also at
kinda-
the same time, the minimalism of it kind of just seems like with everything, the way everything's going, everybody wants like something small and something very thin,
Yeah,
and just
some
easy
less
and
is
minimal.
more
Yeah,
kinda thing.
the minimalist look. And so, I mean, just pure for that fact. When was this released? Random question.
like recent.
Like 2020.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
new.
like
So-
a month
so-
old maybe.
that makes
Not even a
sense.
month.
Yeah,
That's
and-
what's in.
And like honestly, like maybe they're seeing this as like the future type thing, so like they call it like the.
I know the designer is this cool guy. And he has a reason for the name of that knife, but and some of the reasonings behind it.
You're gonna have to tell us.
Are you gonna tell us some?
I'm gonna tell you the name of all of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell me the
definitely.
story
So y'all
behind
can
this one because I'm
see.
curious. But I mean, as far as like, I could see it being named just like kind of future-y, so like 2030 or 2040 kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
minimalist look kind of thing. I don't know.
Like Blade Runner systems.
Like a Blade Runner.
yeah.
So what are you naming it?
We'll go with the Weed 2040 just because.
The Wii 2040
Ooh, it's so fast.
for that futuristic
Very
look.
fast.
Yeah, that top flipper is
And
just
it's very weird to get
flying.
used
And
to.
that's one thing about Wii. They dial in the detent to where it has that snappy action.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt your finger, you know. They do a great job of that. That's why they're one of the top, you know, overseas producers.
Lundquist?
Yeah, Justin Lundquist is the designer.
Oh,
he
I see.
collaborated with Wii. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was
I see.
Because
That's how
he's
that
a
works.
designer. He doesn't make his own custom knives.
Right.
Some, now they do have some that make their own. Like there's a designer behind this knife too, right? This the pellet, this one.
like that all the time, like PC building.
But you already named it.
We
So it
already
doesn't matter.
passed that one, but
Yeah.
you were saying
Yeah.
it's hard for you not to say
What
the
did you
names.
say? I didn't even
I
hear
said
He
I
went
started
to go
saying
say
the
the
name.
name
That's why
after
I was
he
like,
just got done saying it's hard not to.
Especially reviewing all the time.
So looking at this one from like this angle, it reminded me of the Batmobile for some reason.
I can see
Alright.
that.
So I was gonna call it the Dark Knight,
Oh, I like that.
which could be a good night.
All right, so we got the
maybe.
Wii Dark Knight right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go back from the first. So y'all got to remind me because my memory's terrible.
RoboCop and Blue Steel.
Okay, RoboCop and Blue Steel. So this knife right here is the Concept Pelican EDC because it looks like a pelican beak.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I can
does.
see it. for
See,
sure.
yeah, you see it once you hear it. But
with
hey,
the scoop,
RoboCop and Blue Steel, I could definitely see that too. What do y'all think?
definitely.
Y'all let them know down below what names were y'all favorites and why. And this one was kind of funny. Okay, we got the Chris Reeve Crocodile Dundee, and the Chris Reeve, what is it,
snakeskin.
Snake skin. This is the Sabenza 21, small Sabenza 21. Sabenza is a African name, South African for worker, I think it is. So, but that's the only reason that kind of name, you know. But you know, cool. It's cool, like the thought process because he's a South African. I think he was born in South Africa, maybe,
Right.
and lives in.
But there was no way we
don't
were
know.
guessing that one.
No. And I mean, the only one that you probably could have had a chance is that one, just
of the
because,
visual?
yeah, because the other one's just not a whole lot. Like this one, you would have never guessed. This one, what was the name of these again?
I did that. That was Bernard for me.
Bernard on the. This is Civivi Bernard, and what is it?
What was
You
it?
said the classic.
Oh
Oh yeah, the
classic.
Civivi Classic.
Yeah.
Now, I think Classic has been taken before, but this is the Civivi Appalachian Drifter. You would never get it. That's just a
I
big
wasn't getting
name,
that one.
and I don't really understand that name. I guess maybe as a backpacking knife, you know. I guess
That
maybe.
would make sense.
Like a utility type name.
Okay, now this one you would have never guessed this one either. It's the name of it. The beginning of the name has to do with the company.
Okay.
This is a collaboration they did with Line Steel, and Line Steel had a name called the Opera. That was a knife. So they want to do a collaboration on the same knife, but put their spin on it by putting this hole in it and doing a few other things. So this one's called the Spy Opera. Spyderco Opera.
Right.
And so, what was the names on this one?
Chubbs and
Vulture.
the Vulture.
Okay, now the funny thing is they already have the Spyderco Chubby.
Do they?
So
I'm sure there's a Vulture too.
the Chubbs and the Vulture, I definitely can see both because Chubbs is, you know, you got the thicker blade,
I know,
and the Vulture, especially because it does look like a flying bird going by. So great names on that one. Now this one, we all have been enjoying this one. This one's just a beautiful
cool
knife,
I
huh?
really like it. Can I ask you, how much is that knife?
I think it was $215.
I'm gonna go buy
It's a
myself
premium
that knife.
one.
I really like it.
Put that one on your Christmas list.
Yeah.
Santa Claus might put one in the stocking list.
Good thing I still live with mom.
Yeah, he can just, he don't have to write the list. He just puts it, texts it to me. That's the 2020 way.
What'd you call
Okay,
it?
now he called it 2040.
2040, just,
Yeah.
2040 because it has that. Yeah, now I definitely see those futuristic lines to it. It looks like this space shuttle. I mean, this flying. This is what the flying cars are gonna look like in 2040.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have that look. Super.
And then you called it another. There's another good name. What was
Dark
it?
Knight.
The Dark Knight. Now the funny thing is there's a Dark Knight as well.
Yeah.
There's actually a couple of knives that are called the Dark Knight. I think recently, like literally, this beginning of this week, they had a knife that dropped because it was all black, and they called it. It was the Slim Pickens Dark Knight edition.
Yeah.
So it's not the real. It's like a version of that knife.
Right.
And I want to say that there was another guy who got a knife made. It was called the Dark Knight. So definitely cool name though. I think they did an excellent job. We even got some of the banter,
Wait,
like I
did we ever
said.
get the name of this one?
Yeah.
Oh
What's
no,
the
I
name?
forgot. I got too excited. This is called the Black Void Opus.
I like it. Whoa.
And the name, I talked to the designer because I'm kind of friends with him because I met him at Blade Show and we kind of talk every once in a while. Really good dude.
Yeah.
And he said the void part of it came because he was trying to do milling pockets to lighten the knife up. And he said something about, I got to reread it, but something about when he was doing it, it kept falling off underneath. So he had to do it up the front like this. So there's a void here.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then the black part of it is because the inlays are all black. So he called it the Black Void. And then the Opus part, I gotta look. I don't want to lie and tell you some shenanigans.
Yeah.
And
It's a pretty.
yeah, that
really pretty.
This is definitely this has been in my pocket every day since I got. I mean, of course, it's only been a few days, but that says a lot
Yeah.
because y'all know how much
Right,
my boys
right.
know how much I swap knives out of my pockets.
Yeah.
So that means a lot for this knife. I've really been enjoying this one. So like I said, let me know down below what